guard, lawyer in blue jeans, just back from Vegas.
He was just telling us stories during the commercial break about being there last night. I know a tough loss for San Diego State, but you said you were also a little happy to see how happy Wyoming was with the win.
I knew we were going to get in, and certainly I wanted us to win a lot. But at the end of the game, Wyoming fans who were everywhere were so exuberant. They were rushing the floor. You saw in that little videotape of the coach of Wyoming. He was searching for his wife, and finally he found her in the stands, and he was crying on her shoulders. Aww. It was, I mean, you know, it makes you feel good that those, you know, they're going too, and we're going, and we still are. So it was an incredible. And I got to ride back with the team.
You were on the same
last
flight.
night on the same flight. I talked to JJ, and I will tell you this: JJ O'Brien is the most classy kid I have ever met. Unbelievable kid.
I'm sure he appreciates the compliment this morning.
And I told him I was going to say it on TV today.
Well, we're glad to hear that. We love to hear good things about our San Diego State guys.
So March Madness about to begin.
Yeah, and let the betting begin. And everybody out there, you might think, is it legal? Well,
especially in the office.
Let's talk office pools, because a lot of office pools start. And the answer is not really. There is a law in California that makes it a felony. But then there's another law that says, all right, we'll make an exception to the rule and make it a misdemeanor. So it is technically illegal in the state of California to do that. However, is it enforced if it's a small kind of thing? The answer is no.
I mean, what San Diego police officer is going to show up to your office and like put you in cuffs for betting on the tournament, right?
Yeah, and I'm not telling people to break the law, but at the same time, I am going to say that that's pretty much the American way right now. In office pools, you'll see bracketology everywhere. We'll see today where the Aztecs end up, and of course, we've got Kentucky and other great teams that are going to be seeded as well.
Now, what about for people who go online and bet on the tournament?
You're not really supposed to do that. Yeah,
you're not supposed to do that
either. Actually, the exception to the rule is saying as long as it's not being run online and it's no more than $2,500 in your office. If you have that, it's still a misdemeanor, but again, not necessarily being enforced. But it's certainly, you're not going to put you behind bars.
Right.
But online, you got to be careful there when you deal with. We've talked about that before with Bovada and some of the other online companies. Again, I don't know that anybody's going to get arrested for this, but you know, there's issues.
You got to watch out, and you got to be careful.
Be careful. Just use common sense. I mean, people bet, and you know, I just left the betting capital of the universe in Las Vegas, and boy. People were betting on, you know, you name what time it was that day. I mean, it was crazy stuff. And by the way, this has nothing to do with law except the law of averages. The 16th seed, the last team to get in, their odds of winning the whole thing is 384 million to 1.
That's an odd.
We're not going to be 16. We'll probably be 6 or 7-ish or something like that. But
that's what statisticians say, but I'm just going to go out on a limb and say a 16 seed beating Kentucky, that much of a chance.
What if everybody got sick on Kentucky and they all had the flu the same day?
I think the third string on Kentucky is still better than a 16 seed.
You're probably right.
Yeah.
Real quickly, we want to mention you have some seminars coming up.
We do. A big week coming up, and starting tomorrow and all the way through Thursday, we have 5 on everything you need to know, not only living trust and estate planning, but asset protection. We're covering that as well. I got a whole brand new slideshow and some really neat stuff. So you can look online at lawyerinbluejeans.com. We're all over the county, Poway and Escondido and Bonita and El Cajon and Mission Valley. We're all over the place. So it's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Just check the schedule. We do have seats still available. We normally fill them pretty quick. And
that's free for people, right?
Oh, it's free, absolutely. And what you're going to learn is something that you won't. I mean, I guarantee you, everybody's coming out there with a lot of information on how to protect your family.
All right, thank you very much for being with us.